In this video, we're going to be looking at Vivado. This is software that's going to allow us to download our Verilog code into our FPGA. So we begin by launching Vivado. Click Create New Project. The wizard is going to help us setting up our project. Click Next. You'll give it a name. Click Next. If the RTL radio button is not checked, be sure it is. I'm going to click Do Not Specify Sources at this time. Click Next. We're now going to select our hardware. It's general purpose, Arctic 7. Package is the second option, the 236. Speed grade is -1, and it's the second option. Click Next, and now Finish. Next, we're going to add a source. So we'll click Add Sources. It's going to be a design source. This will be our Verilog code. Click Next. If we had the Verilog code already written, maybe it's something we wrote with Notepad, we could click this button to add it here. I'm going to create it because it hasn't been written yet. I'll give it a name. Now we can select Finish. At this point, you can type these things in if you like. This helps you set up your code. I'm going to do it from scratch. I'm going to just click OK. We see the security system file is here under Design Sources. If we double click it, we can now type in our code here, and it's already set things up a little bit for us, module and end module. I'm going to have the inputs be the armed, door, and window. Output will be the alarm. So the code is very simple. Assign alarm equal to armed and door or window. That is our code, so we can click on the Save button, and now that's saved. We're going to add another source. This is a constraint. The constraints file allows us to link the variables we just typed in, window, door, alarm, etc., to actual locations on our FPGA. So we click that radio button, it's selected, select Next. I'll click Add Files. The file we want is the basis 3 master Xilinx design constraints file. This one right here. Select OK and finish. We can expand the constraints folder, double click that file and it appears in our project window. And now what we have to do is to make some alterations in this constraint file. We're going to highlight this area. We'll right click and select toggle line comments. So they were commented out. Now we're going to put them in. So this is, we'll make the first switch the armed switch. And this one I should have left commented, so I'm just going to select it, right click, and say toggle. And so now it's back to a comment. Now I'm going to move down to the LEDs section and right click, toggle. And that should say alarm. So we're going to use LED as 0 as our alarm indicator. And it looks good, so we'll save that. And so when we added this constraint file, it was copied into our project. We didn't actually alter it off of the original location. It's just altering the copy that we have in our project. So we have specified the Verilog code and this constraints. Again, the constraints is a way of linking our variables to actual locations on our FPGA. Next, we're going to go down to synthesis. Click OK. This will take a little while. When this pop-up appears, you can click Run Implementation. Select OK. Click OK. What synthesis does is it takes our Verilog code and creates the logic necessary for our design. Implementation actually figures out how it will be placed on our FPGA board. This step will also take a minute. Once implementation has been completed, another pop-up will appear. You can select Generate Bitstream. And click OK. The bitstream is the actual code that will be downloaded to the board. Next we click Open Hardware Manager, OK, then select Open Target, Auto Connect. You should see your board XC7A35T, so we select it and we say program this device. And click Program. Programming will take just a second or two, and now your board is programmed and you can flip your switches and see, and now you can see if your hardware description worked. That concludes this video.